Hey yo, what's good y'all? It's your boy Lump King, and today we're gonna be talking about a very interesting versus battle that my friend Cap came up with. He randomly brought it up in a Discord voice chat, and I thought it was a very interesting idea, which it is. Roronoa Zoro from One Piece versus the 6 Paths of Pain from Naruto. Shout out to my boy Jaro. He hit me up with a lot of good information on One Piece and Zoro, and he's just dope. And he provided me a lot of feats and stuff for Zoro, and he knows his stuff. He has like all his information for all the different One Piece feats and stuff. But anyhow, go check him out on Twitter, follow him for One Piece tweets and stuff. And he also does dope art on Instagram. I'll leave a link in the description. And before I start, I want to have a message to both types of fans who will be watching this video. Stop being so biased. It's very annoying when there's a versus battle with anime characters from 2 different series and people try to argue a side when they haven't even watched or read the other anime or manga. So if you're not caught up with Naruto or One Piece, you better dip like some nachos, because 1, you have no right to argue or debate on this video, and 2, this will have spoilers heavier than Big Mom. So I don't want to hear any complaints in the comments about that. Anyway, there are several things we're going to go through in this video, but the first is comparing current Zoro to Sage Naruto in the Pain arc, because he beat Pain, obviously. And it should be pretty basic power scaling for why Zoro beats Pain overall. But the 6 Paths of Pain have some hacked abilities that a lot of people are gonna argue about. So here come the facts, boys and girls. Current Zoro is way faster than Sage Naruto because he was already confirmed to be light speed pre-time skip. And for those who are unaware, that was a long time ago. And y'all might have forgotten this, but when Zoro fought Kuma pre-time skip, Kuma stated that his pad cannon deflects air pressure at light speed. And my boy Zoro dodged those hopes like he had ultra instinct, my G. And guess what? Naruto wasn't confirmed light speed until he dodged Madara's Sage Art Light Fang in the last arc of Naruto. And it's a safe assumption that Naruto was barely light speed when he first got Kurama mode and dodged A's punch and lightning release chakra mode, because A was nearly light speed, and besides Minato, Naruto was the only other person to dodge it, so it was most likely the biggest speed feat at the time. But guess what? That was way after the Pain arc, and that information wasn't even necessary, but hey, extra content for y'all, I guess. Anyway, Zoro is easily over light speed because Zoro is way faster and stronger ever since he fought Kuma and was already proven to be light speed then. For an example, the Straw Hats went from all teaming up to defeat one pacifista and failing horribly, to then 2 years later being able to take them out by themselves with ease. And now that we proved he's faster than Naruto, it's time to move up to the strength side. Zoro is easily stronger than Sage Naruto because Zoro lifted a whole building mid-diff in Alabasta, which is only the 3rd arc in One Piece, when Sage Naruto low-diff tossed a giant rhino, but it was smaller than the building Zoro lifted. That was when Naruto was almost halfway done. Not only that, Naruto was on the same strength level as the strongest Pain, the Diva Path.
I'm gonna enter Sage Mode! I'm gonna enter Sage Mode!
And Naruto one-shotted the Ashura Path. That means Zoro could low diff all the Pains and that Rhino strength-wise right now. My mans would be Saitama to these redhead fodder and probably toss that Rhino with his pinky, and Highball probably lift a skyscraper right now. Legit. So now that we've proven that Zoro is stronger and faster than Naruto and all 6 Paths of Pain, all that's left is to compare Zoro to all of Pain's hacked abilities and the Paths of Pain separately. Zoro is easily beating the Ashura Path, which is the Path of Pain that Naruto one-shotted, and Zoro would definitely do the same except with cuts instead. No if, and, or buts about that. The human path is easily the weakest path because even though he can rip souls out of people's bodies, it's practically impossible to use on high level opponents like Naruto and Zoro because he has to actually put his hand on your head in order to do so, and that isn't happening, especially with an opponent way stronger and faster than Sage Naruto. And if you remember, Nagato sacrificed him for the animal path and saved him instead because he was that fodder. They couldn't even get one opportunity to use it on Naruto, so how in the world would they use it on Zoro? Yeah, not happening. The Predator path, aka the path who can absorb energy, won't be any threat because 1, he's mainly defense based, and more importantly, he's completely useless against Zoro. Zoro has absolutely 0 attacks where he could absorb his energy, and that's because if you didn't know or realize, all of Zoro's attacks are just technique. They don't use Haki or supernatural energy. So some of Zoro's attacks have a visible slash in the air and looks like energy, but it isn't. And I'm not gonna lie, I used to think it was energy for the longest time too, but it isn't. Just a beautiful flying slice. So yeah, rest in pieces to him. The Naraka path is the Pain who can revive comrades and steal people's life force if captured. But you know, Zoro isn't getting captured because he's too fast and strong, as I've stated many times before. And even if they do revive one of their comrades, Zoro's just gonna kill him and make sure it doesn't happen again. Finally, we have the Diva path, aka the leader, and the one Zoro might have a little trouble with. Zoro definitely will be able to cut him down, but this will be only after Zoro figures out that this Pain can pull and push, of course. So Pain will repel or pull Zoro in some way, whether it's one of his attacks or him in general. But within short time, Zoro will figure out that he has to wait 5 seconds in between each pull or push, and Pain is toasted like some Pop-Tarts. Zoro has Observation Haki, which is basically like Spidey's Ultra Instinct and even Sage Mode, where you have extremely high senses, observation, hence the name, and reflexes. Or Zoro could just spam long distance attacks, of course, and rush him and just slice and dice. Even if Pain pulls Zoro in or pushes him away, it isn't going to do much of any damage at all. If Pain pulls Zoro, he would just try to stab him most likely, but Zoro is past light speed, if you remember, so he'll already have his swords out ready to slice. He'll be sending attacks on the way over. He'll dodge Pain's attack when being pulled, or he won't get caught by the pull at all. Not only that, Zoro has had experience with things similar to Pain's push and pull abilities, like when he fought Fujitora, who has gravity manipulation power. His gravity manipulation is so strong that he can make meteors come from space as an attack. And not only that, Zoro was able to still attack even with the insane pressure on him on their first encounter. But if I'm thinking about it, that might not be as impressive to you Naruto fans, since Madara can summon meteors too, and way bigger at that, but it still proves the point. Anyway, since Zoro has the experience, he'll be able to resist the pull or push to a good extent, but if not, Zoro is still all good anyway, because this is only if Pain is able to catch him in the first place. And if Zoro is cut or stabbed, it would do little to anything to him because he's been there and done that all throughout the One Piece series. And if y'all remember, Zoro has way more pain tolerance and durability than most characters, because way back when he fought Kuma's Devil Fruit has the ability to repel anything, so he repelled all of Luffy's pain from Luffy's unconscious body after he got his cheeks clapped and gave it to Zoro. Oh, and by the way, Zoro was already banged up pretty bad, and Luffy is stronger than him, for all y'all who didn't know. Didn't stop Zoro from taking all of Luffy's pain, and still was standing afterward. Lastly, if y'all think Planetary Devastation, aka Chibaku Tensei, could do anything, you're in for a treat. But anyway, Zoro would probably be too fast to get caught in it, and if he did, he'd be able to cut through it like butter regardless. And here's why. My nigga Zoro cut through this giant rock dude named Pika, and he's just as big as Planetary Devastation, if not bigger. And guess what? He didn't just do it, he did it with ease. He barely tried, my G. And here's where the big boy numbers come in. Zoro cutting Pika's big ass to pieces equal to 114.768 megatons of TNT. That's equivalent to a little over 2 nuclear bombs, bro. Y'all sleep on One Piece characters too much, bro. They're pretty strong too. But anyways, that's why, ladies and gentlemen, don't ever underestimate Roronoa Zoro. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Bang that like and subscribe button. And if you have any questions, please leave them down below. Also, leave your ideas for other versus battles. This is your boy Lump King, and stay fresh.
Musicality.